We are live with our Michigan football grades following Michigan's 38-7 victory over Maryland on homecoming for the Terps. I know a few Maryland grads out there. Maybe you were at the game today. If you graduated from Maryland, your homecoming was not too fun because Michigan came in there and shut the Terps down all day. The defense throws a shutout. Michigan gives up 7 points only on special teams for the day. And so with that being said, Michigan wins 38-7 in a game a lot of people, especially the folks I follow on Twitter, stuff I saw throughout the internet. I'm all over social media these days. So I don't think the Michigan fan base was very happy with what they saw specifically out of the offense. You see Shea Patterson, 13 of 22, 151 and a touchdown. Hassan Haskins, again, is your leading rusher for the Wolverines. He's really becoming your starting running back, and it's good to see him get the nod the last few weeks. Charbonnet only 8 carries on the day, but did get those 2 touchdowns, up to 11 for the year, which now brings him to have the Michigan, sole possession. Was tied with Tyrone Wheatley, was tied with Michael Hart. 9 touchdowns as a true freshman, all of them on the ground. Now he's got 11. He has got your record. Let's get into our grades. Jim Harbaugh, Michigan's head coach, Michigan's 5th-year head coach. I'm giving him a B grade on the day, all right? I didn't see anything special out of the offense. I saw a couple nice things on special teams, the punt return for a touchdown, the fake run with Michael Barrett, but a couple gaffes. You had another field goal you missed. This field goal unit is becoming really, inconsistent is the best word. And you give up a 97-yard kickoff return, Michigan does, for the only 7 points of the day. Nothing special on offense, nothing really special on defense. I know you give up 233 yards. That's pretty decent, but it's not like they threw a 100-yard day or something like that, like they did against Notre Dame for most of the day last week until really that final drive. So B grade for Jim Harbaugh on the day. We're going to do our coaching grades, our offense, defense, special teams. Grade Michigan's performance against Maryland, A, B, C, D, or F. I want to hear what you guys think on the whole team. If you want to add a grade for Harbaugh as we go through, just type Harbaugh and his grade as well. But grade the performance, A, B, C, D, or F for Michigan in a 38-7 victory over Maryland on homecoming for the Terps. How about Josh Gattis, Michigan's first-year offensive coordinator, the young Josh Gattis? I'm going to give him a B-. I mean, I struggled even to give him a B-. I wanted to give him a C or some C- a little bit, but I don't know what you can expect going against Maryland. That team didn't have a chance. But, Michigan puts up 21 points in the first half, 160 yards. Maybe that B is too generous, Dylan. Can we change that and give it a C+? I don't know. Never mind. Just kidding. I'll give Josh Gattis a B-. You saw some decent things, a couple plays that you'd like to see more of. On Nico Collins deep, some decent time of possession throughout the game, 7 of 15, third down for the game. But wasn't anything special. I'm feeling generous for you, Josh, today. I'm generous, James, to you, Josh. 331 yards of offense, 38 points put up, 31 of those from the offense, 7 coming from special teams. So I gave Josh Gattis a B-. And how about Don Brown, baby? Don Brown, Michigan's defensive coordinator. I'm giving him a big A. I'm giving him an A, right? Don Brown gets an A. Defense played great. Josh Uche played great. Khalid Hudson, Michael Dana, Aiden Hutchinson. I like that. Take a look at Maryland's stats in the first half against Michigan. 0 points, 114 yards of total offense, 63 on the ground, 51 rushing. Now, they dominated time of possession in the first half. You saw earlier Michigan had just a little bit more, over 11 minutes of time of possession. But that's because Michigan really didn't have anything, a ton to do in the first half. After that first kickoff return for a touchdown, Maryland was moving the ball a little bit. Bend but break deep, don't break defense for Michigan. So the offense is a total 7 points in the day, but that didn't come against Don Brown's defense. That came against special teams. 233 yards, 4 of 16 third down conversions is a stat that I really like to see. 25% is not going to cut it. So good job on Don Brown. Bad job on Mike Locksley and that Maryland offense. You see the Maryland stats there. We've gone through the coaching staff, Jim Harbaugh, Josh Gattis, and Don Brown here on our Michigan football post-game grades. And guys, I'm already off to a great big-time start betting on college football today. I got 4 underdogs and 1 under for my Big 5 picks today. I went 4-1 last week, including TCU only being a 2-point underdog to Texas. I did it because I have a subscription to the Action Network, and you can too 40% off exclusive deal. Chatsports.com/deal is the website. 40% off from $10 a month down to $5.99. You get to see what the big-time expert bettors and where the public are betting. And sometimes you can see trends in there that you just can't even believe. That's where you put your money, where the trends are telling you, where the big-time bettors are telling you. I've been betting at 70% on college football this year. You can too with the Action Network. Chatsports.com/deal. 40% off with the Action Network. How about Shea Patterson, Michigan's second-year starting quarterback? 13 starts last year, 9 this year. Was at 22 for his career. I'm giving Shea Patterson a C for the day. This is about as average of a day as you can get out of a Michigan quarterback, with his stats being generally pedestrian across the board. Take a look at his first half stats again. If you're with us in the beginning of the show, you saw this. 7 of 11 for 113 and no touchdowns to start the day in the first half against Maryland as the Wolverines beat the Terps 38-7. How about the game? 13 of 22. So what, in the second half there, he goes 6 of 11. You know, what is that? What's the math on that, Dylan? 38 yards in the second half, 6 of 11, 38 yards. Gets a touchdown. No turnovers in the day for Shea or for the entire Michigan team. So a C grade from Shea Patterson. I don't think he's playing championship level quarterbacking right now, but he is the horse that Michigan's going to ride down the rest of the season. Michigan State, Indiana, and Ohio State. And if they want to win those 3 games out, it's going to be because they get the play that they need to out of Shea Patterson. How about the running backs? What did the Michigan football running backs do in my eyes? I'm going to go with the C+ on this. I didn't see the same running attack I saw last week. I don't know why Michigan's offensive philosophy just can't come out super strong all day on the road with Jim Harbaugh as the coach. But Zach Charbonnet got some carries in the first half, 2 touchdowns for the day. I don't know why, but it seems to be he's the only running back that Michigan really trusts inside the 10-yard line because he's already got 11 touchdowns on the season, 5 carries in the first half, and he's now got that Michigan football freshman rushing record, or freshman touchdown record, really any position, with 11 touchdowns. And don't throw a Chad Henne at me. This is not quarterback related. It's actually the guy who crosses the goal line. So 13 carries for 60 yards on the day for Hassan Haskins, 4.6 yards. He had a touchdown, though, didn't he, Dylan? I don't think that's long one. I think that's touchdowns one there on Hassan Haskins. So let's get that changed. Let's keep it rolling, though, with Michigan football grades, offensive grades versus Maryland. We've got our offensive grades and our coaching grades, as his long certainly wasn't one, but these are the rushing leaders for the day for Michigan. Carries, Hassan Haskins, 13, True Wilson, 5, and Zach Charbonnet got 8. Haskins at 60 yards to True Wilson's 50. 54 of those, 39 of those 50 were on one play for True Wilson. And then 2 touchdowns for Charbonnet and 1 rushing touchdown for Hassan Haskins. How about wide receivers? Let's go to the Michigan football wide receivers. I'm giving them a C- grade on this game. Nothing was really going on in the passing game today. You had 1 deep pass to Nico Collins. But for the most part, I think Michigan football fans have the right to be underwhelmed with what this passing game has become under Shea Patterson, Josh Gattis. Does Tarik Black even play for this team anymore? I mean, I'm not even joking because Giles, Mike Sainristil was starting to start this game. Ronnie Bell was a starter. Nico Collins, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But certainly you don't see Tarik Black in there nearly as much as you expected. Hassan Haskins, does he lead the day with 3 catches? That's crazy, dog. What is that? What is going on with that? That's funny. I didn't necessarily think I realized that until now. But indeed, Hassan Haskins did have 3 catches for 9 yards. So he's your receptions leader. Nico Collins, 2 catches for 65 yards, 51 of those coming on 1 catch. And then Ronnie Bell, 2 for 19. Tarik Black, 2 for 16. And Nick Eubanks, 2 touchdowns, 12 yards, and the only passing touchdown of the day for the Michigan football offense against Maryland. Guys, make sure to get going with BetDSI. Promo code GOBLUE, 120% deposit bonus. They are presenting sponsor today. Chatsports.com/bet is the place to go if you want to put some money down on college football, put some money down on the NFL, NBA, a little bit of action there. College basketball, the Michigan Wolverines back in action. BetDSI is where I place my bets. It's the only sportsbook we trust here at the Michigan Football Report. And if you want to put a little cash down there on some games, make sure you get the best deposit bonus in the game, the best offered anywhere. promo code GoBlue for 120% deposit bonus with BetDSI. Keep it rolling on our grades. The Michigan football offensive line, go with a B. I mean, it's tough to grade games like this where Michigan wins 38-7, but I don't know if I saw anything special out of anybody on the offense. So even though we gave Josh Gattis a B-, that's really more of they scored 38 as a team, but the offense scored 31. I don't know. It's tough to grade these sometimes. I'm going with a B for the offensive line. But I want to ask you guys, how impressed are you with Michigan's offense versus Maryland? A scale of 1 to 10. How impressed are you with Michigan's offense versus Maryland? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. I'm going to go with 5. I mean, there's not really anything too impressive, although there's some good grades in here. You see quite a few C's, the receivers and Shea Patterson, the running backs. I guess I give the offensive line a B because, they didn't play bad, but they certainly didn't dominate by any means. So great answer below, live here on Facebook and on the Michigan Football Report YouTube channel. Let's go to tight ends. How do tight ends do for Michigan? Giving them a C+. Nick Eubanks had that touchdown catch, and another catch, two in the day. Sean McCune had 1 catch, 29 yards, a decent play, a long play for 29 yards. But they don't do anything special. But with the touchdown, you're not going to knock them too much, the Nick Eubanks touchdown. But C+, these aren't tight ends like Jake Butt. These aren't guys who are going to win John Mackey tight end awards. And I think that's what you just got to realize as Michigan football fans, that Eubanks and McCune are not going to be the type of tight ends that get 80-yard games, 100-yard games, 6, 7, 8 catch games. So we're giving them a C+. And then special teams, going to round out our coaching, offense, and special teams segment of this. We're going to pop to the defense coming up here in just a moment. I'm giving the special teams a B-. It's a conflicted B-, right? Because you start off an A+++ right out of the gate. Giles Jackson, 97 yards to the house. Take a look at his stats there. 2 kick returns in the day, 121 yards at long of 97, and 1 touchdown. His return stats versus Maryland. So, the future's looking bright in a lot of ways for Michigan football. The emergence of Giles Jackson, the emergence of Mike Sainristil in the second half of the season. Jackson's getting some action on the receiving. Really, really nice plays here and there. Inconsistent sometimes on special teams. But then Hassan Haskins and Zach Charbonnet. You've got a couple freshmen, a redshirt freshman, a true freshman. Ronnie Bell's only a sophomore. So I think the offense, the playmakers, you go to the defense, you got Dax Hill. You go to the defense, you got Cameron Grown emerging this year. So a lot of excitement for the future of Michigan football if, of course, a guy like Joe Milton or Dylan McCaffrey can be the quarterback that Michigan needs to take the next step up to championship level football here now in year 5 going into year 6 under Jim Harbaugh. Make sure to subscribe, guys, to the Michigan Football Report, the #1 YouTube channel for Michigan football on YouTube, on the internet. The link below is to subscribe, youtube.com/Michigan TV. You've got our grades for the offense, the coaching, special teams. Now we're going to show you our Michigan football grades for the defense.